in two different categories. Don't you think both categories need to be in one? So our job in our organization is to shift that 95% over to the 5%. And it's just by doing one simple thing, paying yourself first. Paying yourself first. By paying yourself first, you're preparing yourself for a better retirement savings, a better education for your child, and a proper protection. What does that mean? What does that mean, guys? By putting the money, a little bit of money away every month, and this is just simple money that you're literally spending on things that you don't really need. You want it, but you don't really need it. You could go to the supermarket and see something on the shelf and you think to yourself, I see this because the price is good, I want to pick it up. But do you really need that? Do you really need that handbag? Do you really need that fancy dancy shirt? Do you really need that shoe? There's a difference between want and need. And this is what the crisis, family B and family A, the difference between the two. Most people do not plan to fail. They just fail to plan. They just literally fail to plan. Because if you don't set yourself at the beginning of life, what's going to happen? You are going to fail. So you have to set yourself up just by doing simple little things. You have to watch the way you're spending. Living expense is something we can't run away from. Taxes, Uncle Sam going to come get you. You got to take care of Uncle Sam. Debt, we all in debt. So we have to definitely look into plan B, really look into plan B, and try to get people from plan A to shift over, because you know what? We are facing a really bad economic in this country. And if we don't protect our generation well, we have a lot of things coming to us that we're not going to want to see for retirement. Next slide, please. This is a simple number one rule that I talk about, the rate of return. A lot of people probably never heard of the rule of 72. They probably never heard of it. What is the rule of 72? The rule of 72 basically tells you the rate of return of your money. This is actually not just something just pop up that we make up. This is a formula that was actually invented a very, very long time ago. Very long time ago. Albert Einstein even knows about this. So imagine that he's a genius and he knows about rule of 72. The rule of 72 really tells you how many years your money takes to double. So pretty much if you got money sitting in the bank, the rule of 72 really combined with your money sitting in the bank. Let's say, for instance, you have $10,000 sitting in the bank. Just say for kicks and giggles, all right? $10,000 sitting in the bank. And let's say it's sitting in Chase Bank. Now, you know there's no bank out there that's giving you 4% for your regular money that you're saving. It's not happening. It's not happening. But it's just a diagram showing you for numbers' sake, so you kind of have an idea what I'm really trying to explain to you guys with the rule of 72. Say, for instance, the bank is giving you 4%. Do the math. 4 divided by 72 give you 18. What does 18 really mean, guys? 18 really means that's how many years your money takes to double. Yes, that's how many years your money is really taking to double. So imagine you have $10,000 in there. Your little $10,000 will take 18 years to become 20. Then another 18 years to become $40,000. So imagine 36 years from now, you're going to get $40,000 from your money that you have in the bank. Do you think $40,000 can retire you now? Probably not. I don't think so. So what do you think $40,000 is going to do for you 36 years from now? I don't think it's going to even buy you anything much with the way inflation and everything going right now. If you look at the other bucket right here, it gives you another example of if somebody another bank is giving you 8%. Same scenario. Do the math. 8 divided by 72 give you 9. You get a little bit of cushion there, right? But it's still not good enough because you got to wait 9 years for your money to double. Same thing goes for the last, look at the last column. Won't you all want to have your money in the last column that give you more? This is where the bank is making money from you, because the bank is taking your money and the bank is investing your money where the bucket is at the 12%. And what the bank is giving you? Your $40,000. What is the bank making out of your 10,000? $600,000. This is what's been going on for years, guys, and people are not aware of it. So our firm is all about educating people, educating so they can get it, so they can, because we know where the bank is putting the money. And that's where we educate people on where to put your money. So when you're ready to get your money, you're not getting just $40,000. You get in the whole package. Once you want the whole package, we all deserve the whole package, right? We don't want half package, we want the whole package. Knowledge is not power unless it's applied. So what are you going to do? You got to apply it. You got to apply it. How your money work with taxes? A lot of people think they know taxes. They know how taxes work. Do you really know how taxes work? Taxes are breaking down into 3 categories, guys, 3 buckets right here. Tax now, tax later, and tax advantage. What does tax now really mean? You go to the supermarket to buy stuff, you're going to pay taxes what it is now. You get a paycheck, you're going to pay taxes whatever the bracket you're under now. You have your regular checking account, you get 0.00, that's what you're going to pay now. You get a stock, CD, mutual fund, all of that good stuff, getting 1.75 or maybe 0.25 or whatever the case may be, you're going to pay taxes on that now. What does tax later really means? Listen to the word carefully. Tax later. Tax later. Meaning anything you do now, you're not going to pay taxes. But Uncle Sam going to come get you later. He's going to come get you later, because guess what? There's 2 things for sure in life. Taxes and debt. Taxes and debt. You stop paying taxes for a couple of years, see what's going to happen. The IRS will come look for you. They will come look for you with guns. I mean, not really gun, but they come look for you. But the bottom line is what I'm trying to explain to you. Tax later, you have to pay very close attention to account that's built with tax later. Because we all know the way how this country is going, taxes is never going to go down. It's never, ever going to go down. But you have a chance for it to always go up. As the year goes by, all these accounts are sitting in tax later, the 401k, the 403b, some of the immunities, some of the pension that's sitting in there. Guys, don't get me wrong that these are not good accounts. They are, but you have options out there because our employers give us these accounts as benefits when we work. But a lot of us do not know the options that's out there. So we get caught into them. And what happened? A couple of things I can press on the 401k about. You can't touch it until you're 59 and a half. Number one, you're going to get penalty. Then when you do touch your money after 59 and a half, you will be paying taxes based on what the taxes are at that time. So just think about it. If you're 20 years old now, and you got another 40-something years to go for retire, what do you think the tax is going to be like back 40, 50 years from now? It's not going to be 20%. Right now, the cash out of 401k, it's about 30 to 45% right now. Right now. That's what it is right now, to take out your money from the 401k. Between 30 to 45%, that's what you're looking at in the bracket. So imagine another 40 years from now, where are you going to see yourself? That's 35 to 45%, might be 45 to 65%. That's what you're looking at. So imagine if you have a 401k and you have your money banking in there for retirement. And when you're ready to touch your money, 59 and a half, you're ready to retire, relax, sit down and take it easy. And half of that money is going to Uncle Sam. How would you feel about that? How do you think your retirement going to look at that time? Not good, right? But so there are options. There are options about retirement. There are options about tax later account. The way how we can strategize, and we could teach you how you can get, not away, not away. Don't think you can get away with taxes, but you have options on how you can structure it a little bit better. So you don't have to get caught up in that 45 to 65% taxes, right? Tax advantage is where you want to be. Tax advantage is where we all want to be sitting at. Why? Why do we want to be sitting at tax advantage? The water loan advantage gives you, give it away right there. You get an advantage from the taxes. Coming back to the 401k I was talking about later. There are options. So we get an advantage from that. Wouldn't you glad to pay something taxes now than later? Just imagine Carl, I come to you and I said, hey, Carl, we're pretty good friends, right? Listen, I'm in a little bind right now. I want to borrow like $1,000 from you. Do you think you could loan me $1,000? And you as a good friend be like, hey, we should, sure, no problem. I'll loan you $1,000. And then you'd be like, so how much are you gonna pay me on this $1,000? And I'd be like, don't worry, I'll set you up later. What would you say? What would you say? I would say, no, I want to pay you now. I want you to tell me now what I'm going to pay you to borrow that $1,000 from you. Because I don't want to wait for later, because later you're going to tax me later. You're going to tell me whatever you want to tell me then. I want you to tell me now. So I know when I pay you now, later, I don't have to pay you again. I already pay you tax advantage. I pay you now, so later I'm not paying you again. That is what tax advantage is. You pay now, so later you don't pay again. And all these categories on the tax advantage fall under a lot of stuff. Cash value life insurance. A lot of people, when they hear about insurance, they run. They think, oh my God, she looking for me to die. She want me to take out the life insurance, because that's the first thing goes into people's head. There are options with life insurance that has cash value, with tax advantage, with long-term care. Some people, when they hear about long-term care, they'll be like, oh, she want me to get sick. Long-term care is, we all gonna get sick one day with something or the other. The bills gotta get paid. How are you paying the bills? The light gonna get shut off. The gas gonna get shut off. The mortgage company gonna come plaster a bill on your door, foreclosure. You have to get yourself in order to properly protect yourself and put these things in plan. You gotta do this. Where do you put your money right now? Ask yourself that question. Which bucket do you put your money in right now? Ask yourself that question. That's what you got to ask yourself. Where am I putting my money? Tax now, tax later, tax advantage? I give you something to think about there, right? Think about that for a second. Where are you putting your money? Now, there are so many other options that you can think of to go through where it comes to financial education. So many options, but you got to be the one to know. Like, a lot of people like to invest. They like to invest. Some people say, like, you know what? Oh, I like the stock market. I like have my money there for years. I've been getting a lot of good results and stuff like that. And, you know, I like gamble. I like to play with the investment option. But you got to really know how to play with your investment option. If you don't know, you could lose big. Because this is the investment option right here. You got fixed, you got variable, and index. Fixed is actually where a lot of people have their money, the regular bank account. Your regular bank account, consider that to be fixed. Why? Your money is safe, right? It's safe. If you have $1,000 in the bank, it's safe. But does your money have the potential to grow? No, it don't. Because check your bank account. How long do you see the pennies and the 2 pennies and the 4 pennies? How often do you see them on your bank account? That is a fixed option. Variable is the stock market exchange, pretty much anything that you invested in there that you have to monitor. Because guess what? Yeah, your money, it's gonna grow. It's gonna grow. But guess how it's gonna grow? It's not gonna be safe. It's going to go up and down. So you have to literally monitor that all the time. All the time you have to sit there, monitor, oh, I should cash out my money today because it's going to drop. You don't want to do that. You want to be at ease. You want to be at ease. You don't want to be running after something that you can't control, because nobody can control variable. You cannot control variable. Index, however, is where you really, really want to be. Why? Because index have everything that you need. It has safety and it has growth potential. Again, safety and you have growth potential. You want to have your money where it's safe, that you know, doesn't matter what the market does, I'm not losing a single penny. I can look at my neighbor and I can laugh at my neighbor, say, ha, 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 I'm not losing a penny. And when the market go good, I'm winning. The market go bad, I'm not losing. There you go again. I have the safety and I have the growth. This is where I want it to be. I want to be in an index account that I can get everything that I want. Where do you want to put your money to grow? That's the question you got to ask yourself. How would you like your money to grow? Do you want your money to grow in a fixed account, in a variable account, or an index account? I give you homework. Think about that. Think about where you really want your money to go. Now look at this right here. I'm going to turn this over right here to our professor, who is going to take this over, and she's going to give you a little bit more highlights on a little bit more about how we can properly educate you guys, how you guys can, you know, benefit from all this, everything that I just shared with you guys. So with no further ado, I'm going to turn you over to Odetta King, our professor, been in the firm with us for over 5+ years. She's a rich, she's a watch owner, a ring owner, and she's almost $250,000 in this business right now. So guess what? Let's give her the floor so she could explain a little bit more to you guys on how you can really set yourself up for a really, really good retirement plan to come. Okay. Thank you guys so much for giving me your time.
Usha, you did such an amazing job, but I think the audience would love to know your background. Tell them your background and how did we meet?
Oh yeah, sure. So I'm actually I'm not from here. I'm from the Caribbean. Me and Odetta is both from Guyana. I've been in this country for 28 years now. I've been in hospitality industry for 20+ years. I met Odetta back in the days 10 years ago. We were both in the same hotel field together. We were both director of sales and marketing for couple properties here in JFK. And how I get into this organization, I came on as a client, guys. I came on as a client. I came on to educate myself, to know what is the product, what is this about? And guess what I did? I recruited myself because I see the potential that this information could do to our family, our friends, and our organization, that's our circle that surround us. And that's how come I'm on here for 2 years now. And guess what? I love what I do. I was literally talking to one of my coworkers today that I see this is my retirement job. This is my retirement job. That's it. I'm done with hotel. I'm just there to really get the people. So, you know, to help the people there and get the people going. So my background is hospitality industry. That's how I met Odetta. And we just here together and we're killing it. Trust me, we're killing it.
Yes, we are. We are killing it. Usha is my fellow GT people. She's also a sales background like myself. And so it's such a blessing when you get to, you know, put people on to better their life and give them the same opportunity that we all were blessed to have. I want to call out a couple of people. I saw, Desney, nice to have you on, Desney. Michelle, all the way from Georgia. I see Raul. Thank you so much for joining, Raul. Nina, Michelle, thank you, guys. So tonight is about retirement, right? We want to make sure that I'm going to go back on this slide because a lot of people have, when it comes to retirement, these are the things they have. Everybody, for the most part, if they got a job, they're probably getting a good old 401k, which they think is the best, right? They think it's the best. They got a good old 401k. They may have a 403b if they're a teacher like me. They may have a 457 if it's a nonprofit, or if they're self-employed, they may have some kind of IRA set up for themselves. And then you have some government jobs that might give like a pension, right? And although those things are good, when you know what we know, when you understand how money works, it's good, but there's better. It's good, but there's better. So when people say to me, Odetta, I'm good. Okay, but won't you want to be better? Right? That's like saying, okay, I'm good. I got 100,000, but you could get 500,000, right? So there's good, but there's better. And I want to piggyback on two things. And I'm going to stick right here because tonight is about retirement, right? A lot of us, if we're putting money away for retirement, we're already working hard for this money. You want to make sure that when you get to 65 or 60 or whatever is going to be your retirement age, right? That money is there. That money is there waiting on you, right? You want to make sure that if you're putting money away, it's going to be there waiting on you. But I promise you guys, I promise you, and this is why we do what we do to educate our community. I promise you, the way these accounts are set up, they're not in your best interest. They're not in my best interest. They're in the government best interest. Because guess who's going to tax this money and how much they're going to tax this money? Not you. You and I don't have a say in how much the government gets to take. So many, many years ago, what got me into this business was, again, I didn't start it out wanting to do a business, right? I just wanted to save my money, grow my money, and make sure that when I turn 65, my money is sitting waiting on me. So like many people that are on this call, and shout out to you guys that are on Facebook and also IG, right? Like many of you, I had a 401k and I was maxing out my 401k because I love saving money. But I was also this employee that was very disgruntled because I don't like losing money. I like to save money. I don't want to lose money. So whenever the market was down and I would log into my account, I don't wait for the statement. I log into my account, right? I have it set up an automation to send me email and I'm logging in and check it. Because again, my mindset was when I'm 65, I'm already calculating in my head, if I do this and I save this amount, this is how much I should have, right? So I was doing the 401k, getting the match, saving money in the bank. And, I started doing the math. I started multiplying, okay, this is how old I am. Another couple of years, I did the math and multiplied by how many years it's going to take for me to retire based on how much I have. I kind of started doing the multiplication. But it wasn't adding up because just for the money in the bank alone, and back then I had 100,000. This is probably like 10 years ago. I had 100,000 saved in the bank. So when I start adding up every year from then to when I turned 65, how much money I would have, it's pathetic how much money I would have when I'm 65 based on 100,000 just sitting in the bank, earning that itty little bitty interest. So that was like totally devastated. But then I said, okay, I got my 401k, right? So I was looking at my statement and I would be happy when it's going up, but then when it's down, I'm sad. And I started thinking like, how am I really controlling my future? If this thing is going up and down, like, I don't know how much I'm truly gonna have. I didn't understand taxes. I didn't understand inflation, nothing. I just understood basic math that if I'm saving money and every so couple of years, yes, it grows, but then it come back down. Yes, it grows, but then it come back down. How am I controlling my retirement future? How am I going to be certain that this money will be there for me when I'm 65? So that was it. I was on a quest. I was on a quest for knowledge. I was on a quest for financial education. I was on a quest to learn what the wealthy are doing. So at my university where I teach, lo and behold, we had an event, and this person came and he did his presentation, and he invited me to a workshop. Went to the workshop. What I learned was enough to tell me, you know what? What I'm doing is not going to cut it. Money in the bank, money in the 401k is not going to cut it. I got to do something better, and I got to do it quick because I'm young right now and I got years on my side. Just a little knowledge that I had without even no financial education. I just knew that what I'm doing is not going to get me where I want to go because I have no control over the up and down. I have no control over how much interest the bank is going to give me or the bank will ever give me. So a lot of people that say they're okay, they're doing good, they have no idea that these accounts that their employer are happily giving them, right? And especially the ones that are getting a match and they say, Odetta, I'm getting a match, I'm good. Well, honey, boo-boo, let me break it down to you how it's gonna work. They give you the match in one hand and they're gonna take it away in the other hand. How? Number one, taxes. We can't control how much taxes they're gonna take from us. You and I have no control over how much tax is, and we know it's going to go up. It's no way it's going to go down. Taxes has to go up. Revenue has to be made. The country's broke. Taxes has to go up. All forms of taxes will increase. We're already feeling it in just cost of living, right? Aren't you guys feeling it with cost of living? Everything is more. So what do you think going to happen 20, 30 years from now? What you think gonna happen 20, 30 years from now? We're feeling it right now just with inflation, cost of living. Taxes is gonna eat it up. You have no control over that. The government decides. So you're saving your money, you're growing your money, but then somebody gets to say how much they're gonna take first before they give it to you? Does that sound correct? Somebody gets to take your money first and how much they want before they give it to you. Does that make sense, people? Or let me give you a different analogy. You go to borrow money, right? Let's say you read my first book and you want to borrow 100,000. And I said, okay, Raul, you my friend, I got you. I lend you this 100,000. And you said, well, Odetta, how much interest you gonna charge me? And I said, don't worry about it, Raul. Just go do what you gotta do. Check me back when, in 20, 30 years or in 10 years or in 5 years, and I'll tell you then how much interest I'm going to charge you for that 100,000. Would anybody ever do that? Would anybody ever borrow money without knowing how much interest they're going to pay? That's what you're doing here, my friends. Every one of these accounts, that's what we're doing. We have no control. So how can you control your future? How can you control your retirement if you cannot decide how much is going to come to you versus who's going to get it at the top? Uncle Sam. That's right. So for the folks who love to say, well, they're matching, that's all great. But let me tell you something else, because you want to know the good and you want to know the bad. Then you make your decision. That's all. We're just going to educate people. We're telling you the good and the bad. And now you make your decision. So we know Uncle Sam is going to get us with taxes. Then who's going to get us again now? The stock market. The stock market is going to get you. The up and down. Now, yes, you could make money, but is that predictable? Is that safe? Is that guaranteed? What happens the year you're ready to retire and the market is down, like right now, 35% down? Imagine you had started saving 30, 40, 50 years ago, and this was the year, or 2020 was the year you were going to set to retire. Your account was wiped out 40%. You dumped 40% in 2020. You down 35% right now this year. So you want to retire yourself? You got to have these 4 cornerstones. You got to have these 4 cornerstones. You got to have these 4 cornerstones. That's how you protect your future. That's how you control your future. You want to make sure your money is growing. Now, yeah, the stock market is going to grow it. 401k is going up when the market is up. So yes, you're going to get that growth. But is it safe? Everything that goes up must come down. And the stock market is guaranteed to come down. There's nothing safe about the stock market. Nothing safe about the stock market. That's gambling. You up and down, right? We love it when we're up, but we hate it when we're down. And we hate it so much, we're scared to log in and look at your statement. You don't even want to think about looking at your statement when it's down. If you have your money in these 4 cornerstones, your money is growing. Your money is safe. Your money is safe. Your money is safe. You will never, ever lose a penny. Your money is safe. How many of you can say, right now my money is growing and it's safe? You got both combo. No, it's not. Because if it's in the 401k or your job retirement account, it's growing, but it's not safe. And right now, it's not even growing. Right now, it is down 35%. It is down 35%. Go look at your statement. All day, I look at statement. It is down, right? Also, is it tax-free? Tax-free money means more money, y'all. Tax-free money means more money. If you got $1 million in your 401k, and I got $1 million in this index strategy, who got more money? Uncle Sam coming to you for your 401k because he gonna love you. Uncle Sam gonna love you, and he gonna hate me because he can't touch my index strategy. He can touch my index strategy because my index strategy is tax-free money. But he gonna love you, honey. He gonna love you. He gonna love you real good. He gonna get you 40, 50%, right? He gonna get you, not me, because your money in a 401k, or it's in an IRA, or it's in a 403b. So when you think you're saving all this money for yourself, you're saving this money for Uncle Sam because he gonna get a good chunk of it, not even your kids. And on top of it, is there protection? So what do I mean by protection? If somebody sues you today, can they go after it? Is your money protected? Is your life protected? Is your health protected? One thing I know that I've learned from wealthy people, control what you can, insure what you cannot. Learn that phrase. Wealthy people are notorious. Control what you can, insure what you cannot. Is your money insured? Is your life insured? Is your health insured? You're the breadwinner. You're the one going out and make this money. You're the one taking care of the family. Are you protected? Right? So if you don't have these 4 cornerstones right now, my friend, you're not good. Because you may have a lot of money today, but who knows? I'll see you when you're 65. I'll see you when you're 65, right? I'll see you guys when you're 65. Let's see who's going to be really good at the nursing home when we're 70 and 80 and 90. I'll see you then. But guess what? That's why we do what we do, people, to educate us, to educate our community. And we're so big on education. We offer free financial education every week. Every week. We have workshops tomorrow on Thursday in English and Spanish. We have another workshop on Monday. There's workshop every week to learn about personal finance, right? You're going to pay a whole lot of money, go to college or university, and you're never going to learn none of these things because they don't teach personal finance, right? You're going to learn about how to increase your cash flow, how to have multiple sources of income. It's almost a necessity. You gotta have multiple sources of income. How to manage your expense. People don't even do a budget. They just spending. They ain't got no time with budget, right? You got kids. We're gonna show you how to save for your kids' college. Set up your emergency fund to outpace inflation, because right now everybody feeling inflation. You're paying more for the same items. And then how about life insurance? Some people tell me, Odetta, I'm good. I got life insurance. And when I said, bring that policy, girlfriend, bring that policy. Let me review that policy. They're not good. They don't have it all the way, right? There's loopholes, but they don't know what they don't know. We do this for a living. We see these stuff all day, every day. And then how about building your wealth? Building your wealth where you get to control and keep more money in your pocket. And ultimately preserving the wealth. So there's people who's going to accumulate a lot of wealth, but guess what? When they die, it don't even go to 2 generations. It's done in the first generation because they never taught or learned how to preserve their wealth. You want to preserve your wealth. You work hard for it. Do you want to die today and then your kids sell everything to the Jews tomorrow and they broke the following year? No, you got to preserve your wealth. So we teach these things, right? These are the workshops. We have our own proprietary workbook and textbook, which you can't even buy these things on Amazon. You got to be affiliated with our firm to have access to these books, right? So who are we? Now you kind of know a little bit what we do. You know, we educate people, we teach people about money, we help people build wealth, save for their retirement, save for their kids' college, and all the good stuff we do. It's a big deal. Who are we? Aegon is our parent company in the Netherlands. Being around for almost 200 years. Don't play with us. Do not play with us. Before you were born, before your grandparents were born, Aegon being around 200 years solid. And like with every major company, you know they got to come into the US. So they created Transamerica, which is in San Francisco, that iconic building in San Francisco. Transamerica been around for 100 years. And WFG is the distribution platform that we're all under, right? So let's talk about this distribution platform. There's almost 50,000 of us. This slide got to update. Almost 50,000 of us licensed agents across USA, all parts of USA, all states in USA, Canada and Puerto Rico. Year to date, we've helped almost 6 million families. And we only work with A-rated providers. Every company, every financial company that is on our platform is A-rated company. Don't play with us. So these are some of the companies that's on our platform. Somebody once asked me, is this a scam? Is this a pyramid? Like, hello, you got to get a license to do this business. You got to get a state license. All of these companies are legal up. All of these companies that are on our platform, they had to be vetted, and they're all 100 years old. Franklin Templeton Investment, Transamerica, of course, our parent company, Everest, the #1 funeral concierge in the world. You go to Dubai, you die in Dubai, they do everything and bring you back to the States. Your family don't even have to leave New York or leave USA. They do everything. Y'all already know the jingle. Nationwide, they're on our side. Don't play with us. Top-rated companies. And for the right people, we're expanding. We're looking for people who want to help people with this information, teach people about money, teach people about personal finance, help your brother, your sister, your neighbor, your coworker, whoever, right? What's in it for you? Well, #1, you're going to learn about money. I already set myself free just learning about money, right? But then with your license, here's how you could make money. Here's how you could earn an income part-time, working from the comfort of your home. Personal income. Everybody's going to make personal income. That's you sitting down with a family with your pen, helping a family save, helping a family protect money, helping a family build generational wealth, helping a family implement financial strategies for their goals. You want to build an agency? You ain't got to only be in New York, right? Tricia, you ain't got to be only in New Jersey. Michelle, you ain't got to only be in Georgia. Wherever you guys are, you could build an agency. You can expand, you can grow. And you ain't got to be in your state again. You could build anywhere in North America. So even though I'm here in New York, I have agents all parts of the US, right? And then of course, once you get into leadership position, shout out to my girl, Michelle, who's already in leadership. Now you could qualify for bonus income. That's because you're building a team. You have a massive team of people helping other families. And then the best part, your job will never give you this. Your job will never give you this. Recurring income. What is recurring income? This is your passive income. This is your residual income. You could stay at the job for the next 50 years. You'll never get a paycheck that's passive. You'll never get a paycheck that's passive. Here, you stay in this company just 1 year. 1 year. All the clients you help in that 1 year. Anniversary year rolls around, their second year anniversary. Now you're getting residual. Now you're getting recurring. Because as long as that person kept their strategy every year, you're getting income on that policy or that account or strategy or whatever you open for them. Like I said, your job will never give you anything passive. So you could learn and earn in the financial industry, which is the #1 industry that creates the most millionaires and multimillionaires. Google it. So how much money we talking, Odetta? Well, sky is not the limit. They fooled y'all. Sky is not the limit, y'all. You could make as much as you want or as little as you want. It's all on you. You want to go to work, help a lot of families, change a lot of lives? Come on board. Or you just want to help one family a month? Come on board, right? So when you start with us, everybody start at the bottom. You got to work your way up. You got to learn this stuff. You got to get experience. You got to get out in the field. You start as a trainee. What does that mean? You started from the bottom. And that's the best place. Because when you start from the bottom and you work your way up, that's how you're going to learn this business. So you help one person save $250. That person might be putting that $250 in the bank. They might be putting that $250 in their 401k or whatever they're putting it, because they tell you they good, right? They good. They got accounts. They saving money. Guess what? When you sit with them and you educate them and you show them, nah, they're going to be like, I thought it was good, but this is better. That's all we want to show people. There's better options. So when you help that family save $250, if you're a trainee associate, you make $900 per account. That's about 2 hours of your time on a Zoom based on your time frame, right? When I first started this business, I was working in the evening, my business, evening and weekends. Start making more money here. I flipped the script. I teach part-time and I do this full-time. Because guess what? This is where I'm educating my community. This is where I'm making a bigger impact. I'm making a bigger impact, catching people now before the kids go to college and get bogged down with student loan. I'm making a bigger impact to my community. I'm showing people how to save for their kids from birth. I was at a daycare last night, 20-something parents. All the kids are like not even 4 years old, babies, newborn, 2-year-old, 1-year-old. Guess what? I'm talking to their parents. You got to do this for little Johnny. You got to do this for little Susie. Put some money away for little Susie when she turns 18, 25, whatever, she good, right? Because they saving money. One of the parents last night told me he just opened a Chase bank account. I'm like, bro, no, that's not the way to go. Chase bank account is 0.01. Any bank account is 0.0 something. That's not a way to go. But they don't know what they don't know, and they think they're good, right? So now you're an associate, you move up. You making $13.50 for one account. Again, the person saving $250, which is average. There's people saving thousands of dollars in here, including myself. I drop $6,000 a month. I'm not boasting. I'm just making the point, right? Jeff Bezos' wife that he just divorced, she's dropping millions in these accounts. So many other people are dropping huge money in these accounts. Why? They understand. They get it. People who make a lot of money don't want to pay a lot of tax. People who make a lot of money don't want to pay a lot of tax. And this is the loophole that most people don't know. And the government will never tell you this is a loophole, because guess what? He can't tax this. So he's not going to educate you because he can't tax this, right? Now, you want to be an MD? Again, you're building a team. You're building a team. You're moving up again. Same 250. Now you're making 1860. Again, 2-3 hours of your time. You want to keep growing? Let's go. SMD, you're building a bigger team. You got a lot of license under your belt. Guess what? Same 250. Now you're making 2,400. So, senior marketing director, average is 82,000 to $1 million. $1 million, right? Can we ever say we'll make $1 million at our job? Can we ever say we'll make $1 million at our job? And guess what? I'm going to put y'all onto some game. $1 million in a W-2 versus $1 million in a 1099 is two different in numbers. $1 million in a W-2 versus $1 million in a 1099 is two different numbers, right? So even if you're going to make that million at your job, which I don't know who's doing that, right? What's the end number? What you taking home? Going back to your 401k, what you taking home once Uncle Sam is done with you? What are you taking home? So meet our leadership team, our amazing, right, leader, coach, mentor, trainer. Jonathan Marion makes $1.5 million. Started in this business when he was 18 years old. His dad told him, get a real job. You're wasting your time. You're embarrassing us. What is this nonsense you're doing about financial planning? Guess what? Today, his dad eating up his words because he retired both his parents. If you ever get a chance to meet his dad, he'll tell you, I'm glad my son didn't listen to me. I'm glad my son did not listen to me. Okay? I'm glad Johnny did not listen to me. Because today at 35 years old, he retired both his mom and his dad. And it's big, big, big in our organization. Then you have Alma, who is a Latina Spanish queen, helping all the Latinos, right? She's blazing the chart. Then you have Sarah, who was an executive for Chick-fil-A. Sarah's with this company like almost over 10 years, right? Then you got my other couple here, Dr. Butts, another fellow professor, yes, and her husband in the business just like me. Now we both teach part-time and we're doing WFG full-time. That's where we're making a bigger impact. Then you have another Latina queen, George, and his lovely wife, Susie, who were Telemundo. If you guys watch Spanish channel, Telemundo, they were news anchor on Telemundo. They in here too. Then you got my other Black Power couple, Andre and Rory, who used to be in the entertainment industry, made millions, wobbling millions, being around those hip hop millionaires. But guess what? They made the money all right, but they lose it too. Because again, no financial education. So you see, making money is good, but keeping the money is better. Knowing what to do to keep that money is better. Different strategies, different skill set, different knowledge. A lot of us could go to a job and make some money. Well, what do you do with that money now? Do you know how to double and triple and stack it up? Then you got last person here, I'm going to mention Monica and Rick Roman, another one of my power couple that I love, love, love. When we travel, I love hanging out with them. Guess what? powerhouse in the real estate game, approved a lot of mortgages. But guess what? If they could go back and talk to those people that they sold homes to, that they put in mortgages, approved mortgages, if they could go back in time, they know a lot of those families would have still had their house today. Because now once they sold them a house or approved them for a mortgage, they could have come back later on and said, okay, this is what we're going to do now to make sure we protect this house, keep this house. But you don't know what you don't know, right? So what do we all have in common? We all come from good background, average people, got a good job, making money, got our job retirement account, doing the traditional stuff that everybody's doing. But something happened to all of us. For me personally, I don't like losing money. I like to save money. I like to watch my money stack. I don't want to lose a penny. I don't want to lose a penny, right? So all of us had a defining moment that made us realize there's something we're doing that's really not really going to like elevate us. Here we are today, right? Here we are today. So it's not over. World-class recognition. When you become part of this organization, number one, you're going to learn about money. We're big on personal development, and you have world-class association. These are just some of the amazing top people in the industry that are also part of our platform. Y'all already know E.T. Google E.T., the number one motivational speaker in the world. Y'all already know, or if you don't know, the founder and founder of Leadership, John Maxwell. He was a speaker at one of our convention. What about your boy over here, right? What about Magic Johnson? What about this other guy from Shark Tank, John Damon? Why are they part of our organization? Because they too, even though they're great at what they're doing, they saw the need for financial education. They made money and they did good, but knowing what they know now, they want to make sure everybody in their circle is doing the same thing when it comes to money. So I don't know about you, but keep doing what you're doing and think you're good. 5 or 10 years from now, we'll see how good you are. We'll see how good you are because time is flying. What would your future look like? Now that you know a little bit what we do good for families. We teach people about money. We show them strategies to retire themselves or to have their kids set up to be millionaires in their adult life. There's so many things that you're going to learn in the process. We've shown you some of the strategies. We've shown you a business opportunity. The ball is in your court. You can't say you didn't know. You can't say nobody never give you a shot. 2023 is a couple of days away. If you're born poor, it's your mistake. It's not your mistake. But if you die poor, now with everybody that's on this Zoom, under the sound of my voice, if you die poor, it is 100% your mistake because you've been given an opportunity to change your life and to change your unborn life. What are you going to do with it? What are you going to do with this opportunity? Get in touch with the person that invited you so we could have a one-on-one, answer any questions. If you are on this call and you're not retired, let us show you how to retire tax-free, stress-free, and control your future. Maybe you're already retired. Let us show you how to never, ever lose another penny and to create a guaranteed lifetime income. Yeah, a guaranteed lifetime income that it doesn't matter if you need it or not, the money is coming. A guaranteed lifetime income. That's if you're already retired. And if you're none of the above and you're still out here hustling and grinding like some of us, make more money. Make more money for yourself, change your lifestyle, elevate your lifestyle, make better for the next generation, and go out and help change somebody else's life. And with that being said, all of you that are on this Zoom today, you're gonna get an email for tomorrow workshop. For tomorrow workshop, you could get on, come and learn, or Monday workshop. But more importantly, don't just listen. Take action. What is that action going to be? Call whoever invited you and say, hey, you know what? This sounds great, but I have a couple of questions. Or this sounds great. You know, I got a 401k, but I have some questions. Or you know what? I'm already retired. And yes, I'm still goddamn losing money. You talk about that lifetime guarantee income. I want to know more information about that. Whatever it is, call the person that invited you. Or you might be like, you know what, Odetta, I'm doing good, but I've been looking to do something extra to bring in some extra money because yes, cost of living did go up and I'm spending more money and my paycheck did not go up. I'm interested in the business opportunity. How do I get started? Well, first I'm going to tell you, you need a license and I can't give you the license. You got to get a state license. So get in touch with the person who invited you and let us take you to the next step and help you change your life. Thank you guys so much for joining, and we will see you tomorrow on the next workshop.